Good thing I'm not streaming. I can smoke some pots. No one has to know. I smoke a lot of pot all the time. La 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 la. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. Why are you doing that? I don't know. Ah. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Mine is an evil laugh. Now die. And we shall call it This Land. All right, so, Sean, where do you start? Oh, first off, how are you? My name is Sean. In case you know, I'm not talking to someone else. That's me. Sean, where do you start on a song? First off, we already covered that, and I told you I'm glad you asked. So what's with the shit? Are you an interviewer or what? I told you my name. You already asked your question about when does it start. Fucking ridiculousness, dude. Okay, so when I start, this is not the right way to do it. I've generally... drums. I've generally worked on the song. Let's take it from a band point of view. So in this sense, I'm going to use Troth. With Troth, Mike and I will go on Jam Kazam and we will just talk. And we both have our guitars and we both can hear each other playing and stuff. And we're just dicking around. What's been up to, man? Not a whole lot. Here, I'll show you even kind of what's like. You know? You got any riffs or anything? No, really, man. Just been kind of, just... I don't know if you guys can hear that. But pretend you can. Then just fucking around, just doing some shit. I had this one thing that was like a... Maybe later, not right now. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I mean, what, you got anything? No, it's just, and we just start talking about, like, what's been going on, blah, blah, blah. And then, so, what was that? Not quite that. Yeah, and then we'll work on it until we get... Yeah, I want to work on that. Hell, why don't we do it in drop D? Oh, yeah, that's easy to get that low. You know what I mean? Because it's got the... You know what I mean? We agree on that's a good fucking riff. Whoever came up with it is kind of, to a lot of points, it's almost irrelevant. It's our song. We were working on it. You know what I mean? We were talking, and I was just fucking around with something, or he was just fucking around with something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Play that again. It was kind of like I saw your fingers. It was like a... something like that. Well, what was that? Oh, and if nothing else, we can record what we're doing. Like, I don't know. You have to play it back during the tape. Anyway, so what's been going on? Not a whole lot, man. Just being blah, 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 blah. And then I'll go back and I'll watch the tape. I'll listen to the song. Yep. There it is. No, it's like... It was something like that, and then we'll work it out. Okay, and then once we get that down, it was like, okay, we got a good riff there. Where's it go? I don't know. And then we might do something else, something that kind of, would both start throwing out ideas. No. That was pretty cool. What was that? Maybe we just as a bridge did that. Let's use that for a bridge before the outro. Okay. Okay. So we got what that was that. What was that gonna be? Sounds like a chorus, you know. So we're gonna need an intro, yeah. So what's that? You know what I mean? So we'll get something together, and then you can put the timing once you get the notes. We'll put it together slowly but surely, and then you get the song together. You do a pre-production run, try to make sure that the pieces all fit together. I'll lay down some drums on my kit. I'll lay down what parts I know on the guitar, you know, the verse, chorus, verse. What we've agreed on are the parts. How those actually go, if I'm sloppy or whatever, that's irrelevant. Right now we're trying to find out, does this song sound correct in this order? I think it needs another chorus. I think it needs another run through the verse. I think it needs to run another run through that it goes too fast. I think it needs to just linger in that for a little bit. I want to start my solo there. Whatever it is, we can talk about it and just, okay, yeah. So extended back, how many, like 4? I want 8. Okay, so I'm supplying the bra of 8. Can you bring 8 worth of titties to put in that bra? My name is motherfucking Mike Nova, and I bring the titties, bitch. Just fucking build the bra. So many times I build the bra, and he fucking just stuffs too much titty in there. God damn it, he stuffed so much titty in my bra, dude. It's crazy. So, I was about to say, with that, we're going to end it, but we're just starting. Oh, you're in for a world of shit. All right, so, since the drums are here, we got the solo. Let's go ahead and hit play. Okay, so I've learned a few things. I don't know if I've applied them yet, but what we'll do, start with the kick drum, because it's pretty solid. We got a good threshold around that. You notice how it's adjusting that. Now there's no effect right there with no threshold. It ain't doing nothing. Okay? Now if you want to, you could set this to a fast attack and a fast release. And then adjust to see. Okay, now we're getting gain reduction. Now you hear that snare? Watch this. No, you don't. Do that with a real kit. Fuck you, this is the way of the future. I don't care what you say, this is the way of the future. Oh, I want there to be bleed. How much do I want? It's all about control. Okay, we're gonna go to drums. We're gonna do kicks. 293 kicks to choose from for this song. Do you think I'm gonna have a problem finding the right kick for this song? If you don't think this is the right kick right there, you think I'll have a problem? Let's just go look through it. Let's just take a quick look through my kicks that I have to choose from, and I can, anytime, change these out. Crush. This one's for Ron Danette. So much love for the Danette kit. It's too much for this. Look how hard it would be for me to find the right kick. Look where I'm at in the scroll. Let's just go to start scrolling. How hard is it going to be for me to find the right kick for this, for exactly this? Oh, you don't have. Are you sure? Are you sure? Ludwig. Fucking Ludwig. Fucking more Ludwigs. Ludwig. Mapex. Mapleworks. Orange. Pearl. Look, it tells the manufacturer right here. Pork pie. Pork pie. Pork pie. You do this with your kick while you're performing? No. Mapex. This is a Mapex right here. Oh, Premiere, sorry. No, you can't. I can change this from song to song. The drums are already laid. Take it a little bit jazzy. There, okay, so then the libraries. Look at all the libraries I have. This is Andy John's kick. This is BFD 123, 8-bit, BFD cocktail. I have all of them. And when I say I have all of them, I mean I have all of them. All the third parties, everybody. Legal. Not hacked. That's why I can show you all this, is because it's mine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is going to go switch over to this. Bring this kick drum back in because that's the one I want. Instead of that, you know what I found out recently? Transient, baby. More attack, less sustain. Look, it's got limiter. Why won't turn off? Am I double clicking or something? It won't turn off. I don't know why. I probably clicked too much stuff. That's what happened within music. When music took over, all these little fucking glitches like that started happening in BFD. It didn't do this. Air is a transient thing, but the thing is, with the drums, look at this. Master. See all these? I can run this to stereo 1, stereo 2, stereo 3, stereo 4, stereo out. I can do it to mono, through mono 16. I can do it through an aux chain, through aux 1 if I build an aux in here, and then there's the side chain. Okay? What that means is that inside of my thing, when I go to here, see? Right here, turn this off. Turn on instruments. BFD3. Boom. If I want to add in those fucking expand, BFD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many stereos did I say? Stereo 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mono 8. Even better, let's take a quick look at BFD and why it is so fucking important to me. Under kick, you notice these little arrows? Boom. This is the main kick in, main kick out, and the kick sub, and there's the kick. This is they're basically shuffled down to kick, like that. But this is the kick in. So now I'm playing. Just the sub. Where's the thing? Why can't I see it? With the... See, it's disappearing down here. Fucking in music. God damn it. The fucking window's fucked. Yeah, it's not going up the way it ought to be. And I can't expand it. But see? I can adjust all that before it even hits here. Notice that's just a sub. I could bring the kick in if it'll freaking reset channel. Why is it still muted? You know what we'll do? I don't know if I have. Let me find another preset. This is the Dave Aberzee dupe kit that I made. It's supposed to design match Dave Aberzee's kit, but I have another preset. Let's go ahead and load that preset. I have another Dave A kit. Dude, Dave is such a badass, dude. God damn it, he's such a badass. So I've got two. So what I did was I listened to his... I've got DW kits like crazy, right? He plays DW. So I watched some of his solo performances. I had my kit ready to go, and I had BFD ready to go, right? Now, did I match it exactly? No, of course not. It's fucking Dave Abbruzzese, one. Two, his drums are his drums, his tuning, whatever. What I tried to do, I bet you the grooves are on. Yep, told you. I know my program. Clear the palette. There's a difference in sound. Oh yeah? I don't know why this window would be right. Maybe it's with the view of the... See, this is not... If it would fit in the window correctly... There we go. No, it's still squished. You can't get all the way to the thing. But either way, again, I can still go. I can't solo it now, but I can bring this down a little bit. Here's the thing. If I could get this solo, which I can't do right now, I'm not sure what's going on. If it's the, if it is the streaming or whatever, but see how this extra space up here? That should not be here, and I don't know why I can't get it to fucking, stop doing that. Maybe if I bring up another synth or something. Do I have any other synths on here? No, I don't have any synths. I could probably load in one. But anyways, again, you got the kick in, kick out, sub. And just collapse that into your kick bus. Boom, right there. And then you can send that out to another auxiliary if you want to, all three of those to be processed simultaneously by the same compressor and whatever. Same with the snare. Sometimes they have top, bottom, look, snare top, bottom, side, and another snare bottom. So as you're listening to it back, this main snare is right here adjusting whether or not. So I can't solo it out now, which is sucking really bad because that was the whole thing of me showing all the drums and stuff. I may have to end it and fucking, or I might just remove BFD from it and then load it back in to show how easily it can be done. Make the key map. That's one thing that's gonna be sure. Make sure. Oh no, this is a modern one, so it's gonna have my modern key map. So, let's go ahead and do that. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. So while I can show you stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and show you stuff. I can't show you any more mixing about the kit, but anyways, I can show you adding in pieces and stuff. So there's kit. And I tried to match as much as I could with what I could hear with his solos. Now, is it exactly perfect? No. Actually, I had a much, much more accurate to what he had on YouTube. But when in music fucking changed over, for some reason, okay, back in the day with BFD2, they had a different format of waves of the samples. They made a more compressed version of it that would make it speed up faster. It's like almost like a MP3, if you will. It's a much more condensed, but sounds exact. It's a lossless compression. So the file size takes so much less space. So you can read it faster, you can store it less space, and all that shit. When In Music took over, they said, fuck the old way. BFD just lets you use both. BFD the way it was before, FX Expansion, and Rolly, whatever the fuck those company was, they didn't care. Then in music took over, and they just said, what's with the two formats? Get rid of that. And it fucked me completely. I've been there legal from the beginning. fucked me completely. I had to like uninstall all my entire hundreds of gigs. I had stored it on a 2 terabyte hard drive all its own. I had to go through their installer, uninstall all of my packs, download, and reinstall over 700 gigs of sounds that I already had on my computer, and I lost sounds. Because the way they did it, they got rid of a lot of like the freebie instruments, a lot of stuff that came, some of the stuff that came in some of the packs, took it away. Fucking music. I get coming in and starting BFD4. Okay, good, we got this. Let's go ahead and take over. We're going to take over the licensing. We're going to rehandle this thing. We're going to add some more effects in there. All the new packs and shit. Hey, BFD4 is coming, and here's a pack that they already had stashed that they're working on that never released. And here's another couple that they're working on that. Please tide with us while we finish up BFD4. Do not fuck with me or us. We've been here longer than you, fuckface. Revolver, they completely fucked Revolver, trying to turn it into Head Rush. I get what they're doing. They're mixing Revolver with the foot pedal Head Rush. Kudos. Do that with 5, fuck ass. 4's working fine until you decide to integrate that with your new shit. Until you started trying to integrate this with your new products. It was working fine. Fucking idiots, man. That's why I will not be buying BFT4. I have so much money. Even if they accept the old packs, fuck them. That's why I started working on my own ideas and came up with my own thing that's gonna. If I can get a backer, old E-drums are the thing of the fucking past. So help me. One of the things that limits all the fucking modern E-drums, number of triggers you can put on there. I blew that out the fucking water with just a little bit of thinking. Just a microscopic amount of thinking, because that's how bad they pissed me off. I was pissed off so bad, I wanted out. I wanted out from under them. And so I came with my own. And it's using their technology that they've abandoned. BFD2, I can use that. They didn't even maximize what BFD2 could do before they got rid of it. So we could use that format. So everybody, for an opening thing, like an opening salvo, like a fucking introduction of what we got, our basis level will be what the current, our smallest level, will be better than the current 2-3 zone systems. Our intermediate will be damn near a regular acoustic kit, and our fucking professional will be a full-on professional kit. You can totally do anything that you could do. It's all up here. I just need backers. That's all I need. You can buy and expand. You'll be able to, instead of having like, there's 3 toms and 1 snare and you get 2 snares. No. You tell us what the fuck you need and we charge you per drum and we make a package for you. Since if we work with platinum samples and shit, our main program, it will be free. Because it's the main engine in our drum set and we want to encourage you to use our shit. Even if you just use it in the studio. So if you go to the fucking studio, guy goes, I don't have that. It's free. Go download it. Oh shit, it is free. Yes. Log into my account. And as long as you're logged into my account, which let me log in, see all those? You can access all the drums. We just need that pack, and that pack. Fuck it, let's go have a cigarette break. It'll be done. Internet's fast now. We're not getting all 72 packs. We just need 3 for a total of about like 30 gigs. If you like them, buy them, and you've already got the fucking free software. Create your own account, and the studio's guy's going, God damn, that was fucking easy as shit to mix your drums. Like, yeah, it was. Sidechaining was a breeze. Yeah, it was. Quantizing your performance afterwards was simple as shit. Yeah, it was. Because just the kicks are a little bit sloppy, weren't they? So you just grab all those notes and quantize them. My playing, I'm not the best player. I'll admit it 1,000 times over. I'm not the most technical. I'm not the best. But I'll sloppily drop the shit down, and then I quantize it by about 50%. If I quantize it to the grid, I'm so sloppy, it'll fucking put it in the wrong places. But if I quantize about 50%, it'll tighten it up enough that it's like, you can play. It works. I've put out albums that way, man. And I wasn't playing as well as I'm playing now. But back to this, we've got the snares and all this shit down there, and then the toms also, as you can see. Sometimes the toms do have above and below. Sometimes they don't. And on and on. You can go through the cymbals. If you want to do it like the regular recording way, boom, overhead, room, and mono. So you can leave those on and then turn these completely off. It's up to you. It's up to you. These percussion pieces, I don't know if you see my drum set, but I've got like 3 percussion pieces, and then as I go through, I'll like make it into a 4-tom kit, which gives me this one. I'll turn that into a percussion piece. I'll do a 3-tom kit, and I'll turn this into a percussion piece. I'll do a 2-tom kit, and I'll turn this one into a percussion piece. The drum set I'm playing on doesn't change, but my mentality changes that I've only got 2 toms. But I also have that's in the back of my mind if I want to do like a breakdown. I don't have to just stick to like the 2-tom fucking thing, and then rim shots and whatever. I've got bongos and percussion to make that shit interesting as fuck. There's 3 new ones and 3 old ones that have been there the whole fucking show. On reserve. See, I leave these 3 on here. Those are almost always there. Those are like my favorite sounds. So when I build a kit, I'll have those 3 already there. And then often, when like I said, when I get this one, I change that. I'll change like a clap, a cowbell, something to accent that, some metal to accent. Ting. And the thing is right there, I can turn that into, look, I just go up here to drums, cymbals, accent. Or I just go to a library like the Zildjian Volume 2. Instead of a cymbal accent, we just do cymbals. I didn't mean to do that, but... Oh, we want to find out what else we got? Shit, let's just fuck around. Let's just see what we got for percussion shit. Just some percussion. Saw blade. The actual kitchen sink. Shakers, a thermos with a beer can. Now that can be adjusted. It's got extra things like that. You can turn that. It was recorded at 8-bit studio. That's been run through a crush. It's got that on there, and I can take that off of there. Sticks, timbale. BFD crashed. It says. It says BFD crashed. I don't know if it did or not. We're going live. Let's see. It's still showing. Okay. It said BFD crashed. Well, that's considered part of the... Oh, that's not the percussion. Fucking a brake pad. Hit with a fucking hammer. A fucking brake pad. Hit with a fucking hammer. Rain stick. Which I can choke. Put on a cymbal. Say what? So if I have a dual zone, because I got the zone of this. Rim shot. Side stick. Hit. Rim shot. Yeah, see? Boom, there we go. We just pulled it up. We got the drag. See? It can do all this, but there's not enough zones to trigger all this. I can. I know how. Rim shot. Side stick. No snare rattle. See, if you want to just get rid of the snare on the bottom side, you know how that rattles? Like say you're using instead of that, you decide to use the sonar, this exact same one that's going to be under the metal snares. So let's go there. So this one has with the Gretsch on and off. So the snare traps are off. How weird would it sound to have a kick with the snare sounds on when you got a snare, the snare trap's off? It's going to sound fucking weird. But not if you just switch over to the kick drum. It doesn't have fucking no snare. Didn't have the snare traps on. Now I did turn off the send to the snare anyways as much on that. Oh, that was another one. So anyways. But yeah, when you're soloing and shit like that, it's kind of good that I switched over to this one. This one I know for sure has those, let's go to the effects. See, I moved over to the more attack. So now this one has an actual snap to the snare. Before I did, let's take a listen to it. I wish I could solo it so you could actually hear it, but you can't. Why won't this just go up? I don't know. Plug-in volume, so if you're not getting enough volume there, you can change that. Now, before we go any further, really, like I said, you just set this things up. I showed you kind of earlier on the other one. If you want to watch the other one, you can see how I set all the different levels. What I'll do is I'll go through and I'll adjust the kick, snare. I'll solo the kick, solo the snare, and the other pieces, not the toms, the tom group, and the the hi-hat, the cymbals, and all that shit, and I'll get a good image of the entire set. And I'll keep mixing and tweaking it, compressing, all that shit until I get a good, even balanced mix of the kit. As you can see, I can do it. It's like having the mixing board right here. All the shit. Start with kick, snare, bring in the hi-hat. Don't touch the toms just yet. Actually, don't solo them at all because I've got a aux where they send to. Bring in the cymbals, make sure those are all. The ride is not too loud, whatever. Then I bring in the tom aux. After I hear that, make sure if there's any stuff going through. I put this right here. This is the bongos and shit. They go through a little bit of reverb, so they have a bit of, you know what I mean, a little bit of Bill Spacey. Because usually when I'm doing that, it's during a Spacey part. It's usually stripped down, and there's a lot of little clean ding ding. The bass is boom boom boom, very simple. You don't want it to be like very dry. You want it to be kind of echoey and fucking ethereal. It's a breakdown, man. You don't want it to be like fucking. What are we doing here? We gotta match things up. If you're gonna be spacey, get spacey, baby. All right, so then what I'll do is go through the ambient mix. Remove any channels that are unused. That means that some of the packs have microphones that are not what I don't really. This comes with the snare. They have a plate verb and a room verb, and only the snare really goes through that. So I can monitor that and watch how much is going through so it doesn't decay too much. The mono 3, all this stuff, some of those things go through that. The comp, I really don't mess with those. I try to keep it down to basically what I would do in Real Studio. If I've started messing with these just to see. And I kind of like some of the sounds that they have, but for the most part, I found that a good overhead image, which Simone Cohen always gets a great one. Almost all of them do. And a good room and a good ambient. It's really all I need. A good direct on everything, so it's nice and dry. And then I bring in I mute everything besides the kick and the snare. And then I bring in the images of the overhead by itself until it sounds like a good, solid mix, and it sounds like a good representation of the kit. Mute it. Bring in the room. Make it sound where I want it to sound from the actual kit and everything, so that mute it. Bring in the ambient. Make sure it's a distance far away or close enough and wide enough. Mute it. Unmute everything. Bring it all back in. And it's a nice, balanced image of the sound. Now, if it's a ballady type song, I will probably bring up the room and the other things a little bit more. Or if it's nice and dry, but I want some more space to it, what I can easily do, let's minimize this so it doesn't give me problems, is go here to the drum bus. Here we have Sunset Studios. If it'll bring it up in. Yeah, I brought it over here. Why? I don't know. But we'll bring it over to you in just a second. It's on the other screen. Come on. Grab it. Grab it. Grab it. There you go. Boom. All right, now. And here we are. This is Sunset Studios. So, this is the vocal ISO booth. Spring reverb that they have there. And this is their live room. Now remember, this is just reinforcement too. See? It gives a little bit more. Oh. It doesn't sound so stupid after all, Sean. It's all about reinforcing. It's about reinforcing, complementing, not competing. Control. You want to control the volumes. You want to control the frequencies. You want to control where things live. You want to control that the guitars are not into the vocals too much. They're gonna. Some of that information from the guitar lives in there, and you want to hear that top airy bright end. You do. So we compensate that by panning it over to the side. So the vocals are right here, and although he is in the same frequency, he's not fucking with it. Or the guitar over here is in the same frequency. If you only got one guitarist, you double up the guitars. Don't go crazy. You might want to sit, harmonize on this side, like your main riff over here, and find like a slightly different way of playing it so they're not summing to mono. If you play exactly the same or just duplicate it over there, it'll sound like it's here. If you just take this one and copy it over here, it'll sound like it's here. Even though the voice, that might be what you want. But understand what you're doing. You know what I mean? You got to understand what you're doing. You can phase it and it'll sound like this, but it'll sound fucking weird. Or you can use like a doubler, chorus. There's a lot of things you can do to modulate it so it's a little bit different than this one. So you can shift the timing. Adjust the timing so one's a little bit faster or slower than the other one, and it'll sound like they're two locked in tight tracks that are just a little bit off from each other. It'll give a difference so that you'll be able to hear definitely one from the other. Another way is just running through a different amp. You have a Marshall over here and a Mesa over here. The sound combined tone in the sensor will sound like this big beefy ass fucking tone. Or again, double track and do one guitar over here and one over here. Complementary, a Marshall over here and a Friedman, a Mesa over here and a Soldano. What the fuck ever, man. There's no fucking rules anymore. And with amp sims, you have all that. Will it sound exactly the same? You know who that matters to? Guitarist. The audience that's listening could give a fuck less whether you're using tubes, motherfucker. I promise you. Oh no, they hear the difference. But they don't go home going, I wonder what it is about them that makes it sound so much better. Their guitar sounds so much better than the opening band. I don't know what, they're like, man, dude, they killed tonight. They don't know what kind of fucking amp you're using. They don't know, they don't care. Gear guys like me are going, oh, Marshall. Okay, but yeah, I mean, and then of course, oh, you got a little Vox on. Okay, so you're miking it, so that way, okay, so you must have like a real sound. Okay, cool. We're watching that shit. The audience is watching the players. They're not even watching the headstocks to find out what kind of the players in the crowd are going, oh, he's doing it on a Music Man. I don't like Music Man. I've got a Gibson. You see what I'm saying? You're not changing our minds, so what the fuck are you doing? On top of that, with AI, how long do you think it's going to be with all their modeling and they like even the most ardent and hardcore tube people go, it's getting better. At first it's like, nah, fucking crap, it's never going to. Now, it doesn't sound half bad. I'll still take my tube. And other people are like, dude, I've completely abandoned my tube set and shit. The guy who recorded Queen. They're asking him, do you miss working on tape? And I guess they're expecting like, oh, man, yeah. He's like, no. And let me tell you why. I know that sound well enough that I can emulate that on my own. And I don't have to buy tape. So, no. Whatever you're expecting me to say, like, oh, man, the glory days of tape. Fuck that. It's so easy mixing inside this fucking box and just chopping and fuck you and your fucking... I get it. Trust me, I get the whole glory of the... You need to be super hardcore talented to fucking get on tape. And you know what I mean? That was the whole thing in the 90s and before. If your shit was on CD, it meant that someone gave a fuck so much that they paid all that fucking cash to get you into a fucking studio to get you burned to CD. Once a CD drive got onto that home, that didn't mean nothing anymore. For a few more months or years, it did. That didn't mean shit. I remember when your band would walk up and hand you a CD, you're like, especially as in a band. You ever seen in American Psycho when he hands that Patrick Bateman the fucking perfect card and he just kind of drops it and he's just kind of like, the eggshell white is just like perfect. The indentation of the lettering is flawless. It's not white. It's not even quite extra. It makes me realize the inferiority of my business card, which, god damn it, as a psychopath, it really means a lot to me to have a good, here you go, call Patrick Bateman. There's the blood draining out of his face. I gotta give it to Christian Bale. You can actually see the dread. Oh God, this business card. Oh God, and that's what it's like when you swallow it down. Like, oh shit, you recorded a CD. I'm not. I'm gonna get a CD burner. It's not the same, asshole. No one fucking said you're so good. We gotta get you in the studio and burn you to CD. That doesn't mean, it just doesn't mean shit today. How could it? We need a modern and fair gatekeeper. I'm not saying keep anybody out. I'm just saying someone who vouches for it gives everyone else the opportunity to. We live in such a sad world where people won't sit there like, Again, do you like that song? Well, what'd you think about it? Dude, I know what I think about it. What the fuck did you think about it? Are you afraid to tell me you like something in case I didn't like? I don't like it. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean either. What kind of piece of shit are you? Are you that easily swayed? Your friend says they don't like it. Your girlfriend, so you dump her? What the fuck is going on in your fucking shit, man? I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on with people sometimes. The bystander effect. Oh, you see someone else jumping in and help, and then you're like, yeah, let me do what I can. And then that person's in there, get the fuck away from me. I've got this under control. Why don't you handle that over there? Make sure the crowd stays away. You didn't want to step up. Now you want to fucking help out? Fuck off. Unless it's too big. Like, look, we need two people to carry this. Yes, get your hand. Get over here now. Aside from that, people just watch and just walk by. Everything's interconnected, in case you haven't noticed. So, we've got effect on there. We got this. We got where it's leveling out. Yeah, I changed that fast. Fuck off. This isn't the right way to do things. This is the way Sean does it. And this is how I do it. God damn it. Why is it moving this shit over here? I've got two fucking monitors and decided to put off the side of the fucking... I can understand putting it in between these two, but putting over fucking there? What the fuck? Okay, actually I don't want that on there. I was actually going to stop and do something real quick. Okay, amp locker. It has a couple free amps and a couple free speakers. Go to audioassault.mx and get it. It's free. While you're there, pick up Bass Locker. It is a bass amp modeler. It is also free. Comes with a free amp and free speaker cabinets. While you're there, check out to see if there's any speaker cabinets at the cab section that you want to buy. And or any amp sims that you might want to add to your collection. They have a lot of them that are very, very inexpensive. I only do this because I'm not sponsored by them, but they actually seem to give a fuck about working musicians. The CPU usage is not too bad. They've been working for a long time. They're out of Mexico. They've been working at this for a long time. They've been doing a hell of a job the whole time. And they haven't changed their prices the whole time. As it keeps getting better and better and better, and they keep adding in new shit and making new and actually innovative shit sometimes. Very interesting shit. They're making the graphical user interfaces better, and they're keeping the prices the same. If you're looking for like professional effects at a cheap price, here's a place to go. If you're looking for free, I've given you places to go. If you're looking for, BFD player. It's not going to be quite like BFD. See, if they had done that, all the shit they're doing BFD, they just fucking built BFD player and left me alone. I'd probably be on the way to getting BFD 4. I will never buy BFD 4. One, I don't need to. There's no reason to upgrade. I don't care what kits they come up with. I've got 200 and something kicks, a couple hundred snares, a couple thousand toms, untold amount of percussion, cymbal vaults from Zildjian, Sabian, 2 Zildjian, 1 Sabian, 1 Paiste, all the fucking packs. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that thing right there, but each one of the regular kits usually comes with a whole set of cymbals to match with it. Not to mention the Zildjian, whatever. I have a Bosphorus pack. What the fuck else do I need? Amps. I've got all the amps and all the fucking amp cabs and speakers and shit. I've got them. Plug-in Alliance has got me covered with a bunch of, like, if I just want like a single amp, and then I've got some free amps, like I said, for reinforcement of shit on the amps. I started out, this is the one I got because this is the whole reason I got it. Let me show you. Pod Farm. This is why I got everything that I'm doing. Okay? Look at this. Guitar amps. These are all models of actual real world, except for the ones that say line 6. Real world amps. And that's just the guitar amps, okay? Because I have the line 6 X Pod XT Pro for my guitar amp thing. So anything I'm making this sound, I can save it as a preset and then load it onto my Pod XT and take that on the road with me. That's why I got it. That's why I got Pod. It also was very ridiculously low CPU and still insanely. I've gone back. I mean, since I've got all these new plugins and stuff, I've been. I kind of forgot about Pod Farm Platinum. I sunk quite a bit of money into it, $200, $300 into it, because I got all the expansions and everything. Because the Pod XT, when you get the expansions for Pod Farm, all those expansions load onto your XT. You're expanding the amps on there. So all these amps that I have on here, so anything I make in this Pod Farm amp system, I can take with me on the road in my XT as a preset, and I've got a foot pedal that works with it exactly, and it reads out what channel is on what. I have a wah pedal and a volume pedal, so I can adjust all that on the fly as long as it's on here. Look, I got a wah right here. The other one, I mean, a volume. The other ones often, some reason no one wants to build a goddamn volume pedal. Volume pedal is one of the most important things for control of your sound that you'll ever find. You don't want to be running full blast. You don't. You want it to breathe. You want it to move and go. And when you go into the studio, you want that. That's what the pre-production's about, to get when the excitement happens and goes up. Even if the volume pedal, when rolled back like this, only cranks your amp down to 75. You've got some gas in the tank when the chorus needs to rip to 100. You understand? You see what I'm saying? Then we go to the vocals. It cleans up a little bit but stays gritty as fuck. And it backs off in volume from the vocal. Because he's not going to be fucking the whole time, but you're fucking jamming your guitar the whole time. It doesn't let him fucking... There's no vocal dynamics for him when he goes, yeah, and it, bah, you know, so learn on snares, on drums. Learn to... Watch Dave Abruzzes' performance on Pearl Jam Unplugged. Watch that shit. Anyone looking at how to program drums better, to understand drums better, watch Dave Abruzzes play. Watch Neil Peart play. Watch real Tony Royster Jr. Watch them play. Their solos, all that shit. Listen to the dynamics. How they go. They go through all the shit. Listen to them split time inside their heads and drag you with them out of your 60 beat per minute fucking thing into their head nod of whatever it is. Either they're pow. You're like, God damn, you hit on the one. Because you're in his pocket, man. He's setting the tone. That's why the drummer, your band's only as good as your fucking drummer. So when Dave Abruzzes is one of the best drummers in the world, and Pearl Jam's one of the best bands in the world, what happens when you cut your own fucking heart out? Oh, is that a halo? Has it been doing that the whole time? Or just relaxing a point? Just accenting the point, huh? Okay, that's cool. So, Drums are one of the most important things and one of the most overlooked. People look at BFD and these things as a way to replace your drummer. Especially, that's what I hate and don't like about Superior Drummer and Easy Drummer. They are coddling the fucking guitar player to believe that the drummer is not necessary. All he's doing is watching what you're doing. The bass player is not necessary. Look, we can just swap him out and get another bass player in here, and we just keep rolling. Cliff Burton is not Jason Newsted, and vice versa. Dave Abruzzese is not Matt Cameron. That is not a knock on either one of those. Jack Iron is not Dave Abruzzese. And the sound that Pearl Jam heard in their head was a more simplistic sound. Probably more of a Jack Iron type, easier, more garage kind of sound, whereas Dave has a very professional arena sound. If you wanted him to play sloppy, just tell him, and I guarantee he would. Oh, it's a don't hit the beat? Yeah. Oh, shit, okay. I've just been practicing so much to hit the fucking beat. That's what I do. And there's too much activity in the fucking... Then I'm back here just going... Why don't you go get... What the fuck? Why would you get one of the best drummers in the world? Anyways. It's like getting Steve Vai and go, hey man, do you know how to play what's it, Sweet Sweet Jane? Okay, you're gonna be a rhythm guitarist. I'm gonna play lead. Dun, 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 dun. You want me to play 3 chords? I mean, I'm cool with that, but oh no, we just need you to do that. Why get me then? Because you're Joe Satriani. So, you got all these amps, then you got all these bass amps here. Look at all these fucking different bass amps, and those are all loaded into my fucking XT. I can take those on the road with me. BFD. When I make a preset, that's how this fucking sounds. When I load, that drum set, how that drum sounds, how this sounds in this song, it's a mix of how this drum set sounds. That's why I start with a static mix and whatever, so I make sure everything sounds right. I can load that into here. I can make a preset of the drum sets, and when I take my drums out, I run it through BFD, and so those drums sound exactly like this mix. This fucking guitar sounds exactly like this mix. The bass sounds exactly like this mix. And my voice, as shitty as it is, sounds exactly like this fucking mix. Might need some effects or whatever, but that's easy to do. I need a little bit of chorus, a little bit of delay, and a little bit of reverb. Yeah, that's good enough. Mainly, I just don't want to hear me as much. As far as drums go. Oh my god. I call this little fucker... Volume in a box. That's good. I could always crank it and get a little bit squeeze a little bit more. Or I could add this here, which will add some saturation, the pentode, just the triode, and some air. And we're just hitting the attenuation from time to time. That's fucking great sounding. I like that a lot better. If I were to squish it, it wouldn't add that character. Listen to the character of this. It just has it's a tube warm thing. It's look, you can see the tubes in there. That's what it's supposed to do. That's not what this is supposed to do. Warm it up. On the low end, flat or high. Now there's another one they have that I wanted really, really badly because it's a mid-side. You got the density, you got input, you got mix. So if you want it half of the character of each, put about 51. So now it's got some of that, and you can still squash it. Now we're sticking to attenuation. Is this loud? Let's find out. But I like this. I just like the way it is right here. So we just leave that the same. I would actually need to crank up in my headphones a little bit better. It's actually kind of quiet compared to my microphone. I wanted it to be that for right now. I'm not worried so much about mixing. I was just going to talk about the theories and stuff behind it mostly, while allowing you to hear it pretty good. Let's see. Make sure the levels are good on output. Oh, not really. Let's turn that Studio One up a little bit. Let's try that again. Sorry about that. I thought it was up enough. Stop. That's actually pretty quiet. I'll bring my voice down. There we go. So, that's too good. Yeah. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Keep going. Keep climbing. God, it goes so slow. Sorry about this. Give me a second, then we'll match up the vocals with the. Fuck this value. There. That's better. And we'll go to properties. If I would have known I would have said this beforehand, I'm very sorry. Keep climbing, fuckface. You got ways to go. Let me shut you off right up there. Hopefully it's loud enough without clipping. Bring it down another bit. It's right at the edge. Where it would say it's clipping. I don't know if it really is or not, but at least it's helping us be louder. Sorry about previous video and anything like that didn't do this, but now it's set up, and hey, we're all learning together, aren't we? Alright, think about mixing. You've got to mix everything. Everything, not just the audio on there. Wait, hang on. Because he's fucking stupid. He's fucking dumb. Look at him. Doing the wrong fucking thing, trying to point the wrong direction. That. See, he doesn't want to do shit. Alright, that's got to be mixed the same volume as this. Otherwise, we're all fucked up like we've been doing, saying I'm stupid. But I thought for sure the output of that would be loud enough. Obviously. Not the thing. So. Let us continue. The main thing, again, I've been talking, not performing or anything like that, so that's good. Been nice and stupid here. Let's go ahead and play. I stayed mute for some reason. Memory's a motherfucker. You know? Like that was the last video that I put I put these on there. And I'm hearing myself going, just drop it down 20 decibels. Oh, Studio One's really quiet. I do not smoke too much. You suck off. You shut your mouth. That is not true. I do not smoke too much. I smoke just enough to make things fuck up. The screen was extended out of my view, and I couldn't bring that in to adjust it and bring it the fuck down. And it was driving me nuts. Now let's see if we can get the volume going to you guys at the right volume. Hopefully it hasn't been blasting you as loud as it's been blasting me. But I needed to get in here to find if that was the problem. I tried to turn down on your end so you guys didn't hear it. Man. I don't know about anybody else, but that sounds like a very muddy mess, especially on the lead guitar. See what we got going. Oh yeah. We need a control. Yeah, well, let's try the Whrere. That's a new one I just got not too long ago. Here we go. No reverb, presence, treble, middle, bass. It's nice and clear. Feel the mid-edge, mid-scale. Alright. Okay, let's go with the screamer if I want to. We'll try and see what we got different options to use. Again, ask me if I give a fuck. No, that's not right. No, that's right. Now ask me if I care. Am I a shitty guitar player? Sure. Do I love it? Fuck yeah. Taking that bass out of there. Actually, I could probably do that on this. Oh shit, I'm using IRs. Actual IRs. Now we got some high power from them. Okay. Fuck this. Where's the, where's the thing? I'll get back. IR loader, there it is. They changed things around with the new... Fuck that. Citrus. 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 See what we can do about the sound. Play. I don't know if you heard that rumble kick in, but I did. Say this about complimenting. See? One sound. Play with knobs. Find out what happens. What does this do? message on your phone. Now it sits there all alone, waiting for you to come home and just call me. You can call me crazy, or maybe my thinking was a little bit hazy. I just wanted to meet you, 'cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time. Again, make sure you're doing the good thing, the things that are helping, not hurting. 'Cause I want to get high with you. It does seem to add a little bit, so why not? One more time. And I want to get high with you one more time. 'Cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time. Backup vocals, I got vocals. See, they're going to different sends. So when they come out on this side, one's going to go to this one. Listen. 'Cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time. Damn it. It fucking put the thing over there again. I don't know why. There we go. I don't know why it won't fucking... I know this one right here will definitely extend the way I need it to. I need to stop closing plugins because it keeps slamming over to the side. The fucking... way over there for some reason. I gotta extend them. Which then I gotta bring them over here. But you know what? I can do it. So I'm not complaining too much. If I don't want to complain too much. See that? See that? Ah, now we got a grip on it. We can fucking bring it down to size. Boom. All right. That's a bit more logical. And I just had to I beat it into my own head to remember not to shut it down, because when I do, it slams over to the other screen. If I just switch to another thing, like see right here, boom. But if I actually shut it down, it'll move it. See, it's trying to move it, but if I close it, it'll slam it over there. Anyways, let's go back into what we're doing. 'Cause I want to get high with you one more time. There we go. And I want to get high with you one more time. I closed it down, didn't I? Oh, thank you. Didn't move it. Shit, I had. 'Cause I want to get high. What you got going? What's up with you? What is up with you? knew it. This one, what I did is had no volume control. Let's see if I have this one set right. Blind. Which one are we on? We're on that. So you probably have another. Do you have another control? Probably might be this one. Oh, this is a reinforcement, so it probably doesn't have. It might or it might not. I don't know. I know on this one it probably does. Okay, yeah, this one has. That's the control for that one. Never mind. So this is just a really kind of. But see, it's not full. Although that's why it's stereo. It's not balls to the wall, so it does tuck back out of the way of the vocals. I double clicked you, don't go away. That's not gonna get anybody's way. I just wanted to meet you, 'cause see? Nobody's way. So there's no reason to modulate its volume. You can stay the same volume. BX console. All right, I can go through here and check out to make sure I did everything right on this. According to what I want to do, not necessarily I did it well. Check through 100. There we go. Okay, so let's start with the comp in. Ratio 3, let's go to 5. Threshold. Well, you got a threshold meter? There it is, down at the bottom. Auto release, gain of 5. Now, if we're gonna do 5, we need to do a threshold a lot less. Mixed about 80%, so we give the, it's mostly compressed, but the original wild sound that's in there. Not a super fast attack. Sensitivity for the de-essing. Gate. We need a gate in there. Everything of 8. And below. Oh, okay, here's the high pass. What's this for? Filter to gate. Oh, filter to gate. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, this is low pass, high pass, 9.8. Hear it? I'll give the bass plenty of room to move. So the damage has been done. Okay. High mid, high frequency. Red. About a 5. Really right? Yeah. You can see about 1.2. Yeah, I'm thinking about 1,000. So there's a lot of good information in there, isn't there? not a lot of good information in there. It's not a lot of good information. 330, I'm gonna turn that to 270. We're not in the bass. I said bass is about 80, 100, 150. We're 270. Original sound. I know there is a tolerance modeling technology, but you can choose a different channel that's coming through. This is like actually running through an actual Focusrite, and you can adjust that. You hear it change? This is the channel it was, and just keep dialing until it sounds right. Ooh. There's just little such subtle variations, which actually happens in an actual mixing board. It's fucking great, man. You can randomize all the Focusrites to be their own channel, or you can just, if you just want to choose a random one, or if you want, okay, this is on 23, 24, and you want to act like it's a real fucking thing. It's only got a certain number of channels. I think like either 20, 32 or something. I don't remember what it is. Maybe 72, 74, 78. I don't know. But it's got a certain number of channels. 64 maybe. You can assign them so that same multiple things are coming through this channel. Or like a mixing board, only 23, 24 is just this guitar. Someone just screamed it, I think. It sounded like, no! That's my own brain. Jones! If you did, thank you. Now was I talking about the volume controls and stuff? Let's get to, I don't think, is this one? This might be one, let's see. Because it's got a volume control, let's find out. Here's the next track. It might be, this one might be, where are you going to? It doesn't say it's like it's routed to nothing. Okay. It's layers. You know what? Nah, let's go to Britone. Let's go to Marshall. How many Marshalls do I have? Got some Friedmans. Got some, industry standards. Okay, those are more thrash, heavy metal, vintage caps. Let's see what they got there. Low watt, purple and Marshall, Guns N' Roses, 212. I know there's probably a volume control out there that's controlling this right here. I gotta find it. Which part is that? I don't think it's this control right here. just want to show you how it works. But anyways, it's even on. There you go. What the fuck? So let's take it back to the beginning. I was saying this is how it goes, but this is how it could easily do. Just accenting to it. See? It's all about control. Now, I don't have that in there, but I could easily, I've got a foot pedal, I could easily just program that in there and do it. So this one obviously wasn't doing enough that I needed to. I guess I'm taming this one and I'm taming this one, and I'll show you how those work. Let's go ahead and do it then. Let me find the controls that work on those ones. I think we changed that sound enough to make it sound better. So listen to this one. I might have used it on another control because that was all muted. So let's see if what happens. I think this one might not have been on at all. This one has a pod font and volume. There we go. So let's see if this controls. Do we have any controls on there at all? I've got a lot of control systems. Maybe I did not set them up yet, or they might change the scenes. I might have not set those back to control the scenes. That could easily have happened. I remember I went through and I set this on the scenes. There was I had to, for the saving the scene. I had to. Isn't that cool though? I mean, you can just adjust all that shit right there. Your outputs. You can take a look at all your outputs right there. You can take a look at all your inputs right there. Check one. See? Instruments. There's BFT. There's your scenes. Volume, pause, the inserts channels, and the channel selected. Input controls. We call it output channels, yeah. So it's a chance I didn't do that. And there's groups right there. And then there's that right there. So what channels you got? I love pre-channels for that. Oh, then there's these right here. Yeah. The remote control. So yeah, the remote control works with the I'm guessing that one's not actually used. Again, to show that I don't give a fuck, there's Cypress. Fuck, I did it again. This time I swear from my own stupidity, wasn't it? A little bit, not much. Apparently, Jumbotron in itself across everything. Get it on this other screen, really nice and small. Thank you. I don't know why you're still that big, but Find something else to open, maybe it'll do. Nope, still giving that space now. I don't know what the refrigerator door. Probably something else. There we go. That's the bottom up. If I need it out of the way, I just need to move it somehow. I can move behind me. Find that you're happy with the sound, again, you need to start somewhere. Turn off all the compressors and everything besides the need to make sure that we're not driving too hard. How's it going? Checking the volume here. What we got? Let's check this. Okay, so we're doing 9. We always bring that back down to 0 if we want more headroom. So you got so much room to play now. But we want to feed into the C4 later on. That's all going to be stuff we'll work on later. But right now, let's work on bringing in instruments in to match. So I tend to start with the basics, and from the very bottom, you want the bass. Listen to the kick drum and see if they're how loud the kick drum is to the. Now we're just defining it, you see? These notes really don't have any in the way. Now you can use bass lane, you can use anything to separate those a little bit. I was thinking about actually removing that. This using a little bit of a chorus or something. So let's go ahead and find who has a good chorus. Black Rooster. Blue Cat has a great chorus. It's free. You hear that? That's too much. Stereo trap. Sounded much wider on the other one. Thank you. Why isn't it going stereo in this one? It's not as wide. Oh, because it's on bass too, dumbass. And this one is in stereo. This one is stereo when it should be mono. Because I want that bass, I want the main bass right at the dead center. Just want some separation. Now if you do it too fast. kind of dope. It's kind of dope. But not as dope as that. Okay, so it's kind of dope. I mean, I'm gonna keep that in mind for later. You see how it's fucking around, dogs? Some song later, I'm gonna be like, I need a nasty, and I'm gonna go, oh, I know just what to do. See, by fucking around, I know just what to do later on by fucking it completely off. Fuck around, twist the knob, do shit. As long as you're not driving it too hard, you're not going to do any damage. You're just going to make noise. Oh, that's terrible. But is it hurting your sound? No. Like, really listen to it. Really listen. Don't just say, that's not the sound I'm shooting for. Don't. Listen to it. And think of what that, even that effect, what could it be used for? A weird backup vocal. You know, like a really frenetic fucking crazy, just between the speakers, you know what I mean? You can just sing it off key and shit, but it just sounds frenetic. It's crazy, and fucking all the bass end is gone. But it's just, you know, doing nuts. Turn the wet to all the way. Something recorded. I don't know what channel was on. I gotta see which channel was armed. I accidentally hit record right there. What was armed? Nothing's armed, so I guess it just played. Oh well, I'm not going to save anything that I'm doing, so we'll just find out later on. I mean, we won't find out because I won't have it. Why not? Undo it. Okay. I think that sounds pretty good. They're actually a little bit too competitive, the drums. That's not also I'll often do. I'll do, let me see, let's try this real quick. Come on, grab one and the other. Come on now. There we go. To get an improvable sound that I like. Cool. I like that. So, I've got my, I've got my control right here where I can start and stop. Yeah, hit record, all that stuff. I got, you know, I can adjust. Let me see if I can get that there. Bop, 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 bop. Is it working? Should be where this is on part 2. There we go. Yeah, see? I can adjust. I'm not going to do it here, but I can adjust it right here. We go to the first tracks here at that, and I'll go ahead and adjust. Track 3. I got a control interface over here. See? Then I can even do, watch, hit play. Then I just hit solo on the track I was just working on. What's going on there? There we go. Nobody was backing this guy. This guy was muted. That sounds much better, I think. Yeah, it's more complete of an image. That's fine because this was a little bit felt more left-leaning anyways. So they kind of balance each other. Back up a little bit. Nope. Let's go back to the vocal track. There you are. That's the backup vocal, anyways. And we're going to go ahead and proceed a little forward. Hop. Boom. Here's the thing, to bump it and beef it up a little bit, that's why I didn't notice the difference, because I added these in there. Call these the punch. We got a bulldog. Oh, but that covers the whole thing. it is right there. I was wondering what's happening. Kind of like it. Got a little 80s feel. Don't! They complement each other well, I think. I mean, it's so different. Oh, let's just get those stock. Let's go with 212. You know what? I said it didn't complement each other well. Why would I change that? Just to fuck with it? Just to change it? Just to have it different? Why? Let's work together. Ah. That's what that guy was, but we can balance him out with this. 50. Let's take a look at that real quick. You know how this all sounds. We're just having fun. We're just having fun, guy. That's all we're doing. We're pushing knobs. We're seeing what happens when you push them knobs. Oh, is that what that sounds like? Is it? Not really. This, I'm gonna stop. This is Pod Farm Platinum. This came out with the Pod XT. This is from 2000s. This was higher technology when it came out. It was the industry standard when it came out as far as the modeling goes. It was the Kemper of its time. It was ahead of its time. It was badass. And this is what it sounds like in a modern application, even though it is a VST2. It is not a VST3. Helix? Why? All they did was strip out all this shit and give you like a basic digital reproduction of all this stuff, and this stuff was all done because at the time, 2000, it was done on analog. All the stuff they're doing now is reproducing through digital. All this was run through a regular mixing board, an analog mixing board, because they didn't have all the digital mixing boards. Run through regular amps to capture that. The IRs are captured like in the oldest way possible. So therefore, it is the most close to how things were actually done, if you actually think about it. Because they were most trying to simulate. I'll take it step by step to show what moves I'm making and why. First off, I got rid of the Buddha, the Zen Master, and changed it for 212 Blackface. I like the sound difference better. It originally comes with, I don't remember which one. I don't think it even has a picture. It just has just this picture and it doesn't have that there at all. And when you go to mic, it has that thing, and then you have the deal with this right here. Look. Hear the difference in the volume, how this sounds? How much room it has. Now, this sounds stupid, but that's where you usually mic it at. Off axis, on axis, 421, and condenser. You can tell me a lot of shit, but you can't tell me that sounds like shit. I'm just sorry, it just doesn't. It may not sound like the real thing. The real amp it's supposed to model, it may not. It doesn't sound realistic. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna turn that drive down a little bit. Why? Because we're gonna bring in this fuzz. This is just the volume. So that's how hard it pushes into this. So the more distortion you have here, listen. You have breaks. Better tone. See, there's a reason why. There's a method to the madness. Why do we have this in there? There's absolutely no need. Listen to the character it has. Fuck that. Let's reset it completely. If I can. Completely zero. That's 100% volume. No drive. Just introducing it. I'll give it a little bit of room to breathe. I know around 5, I'm going to bring up a little bit. Round 3, I know I want to bring up that. 1,000, we said there's a lot of information there. Okay, and check and make sure that you're doing actual moves that make sense and that are actually helping. Put that to about 280. Get from that bottom end in without getting into the bass area at all. At all. This isn't interfering with the bass at all. You're not even noticing the differences, but here, notice how you're noticing the difference. Listen. 100% blasted. You notice it down here? Let's go. Before we do any messing here, go ahead and turn the gain down. This is just about making sure that we get the where the threshold's coming in. Was getting affected. It's at 0, so the threshold nothing. So bring the gain. This is just bringing the gain up. This is like a leveling compressor, which will help to tame any peaks and stuff before we even hit the L2. So let's go ahead and play. If you'll play, go ahead and play. Go ahead and play. We're gonna go ahead and play. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and play. Okay, it's frozen. Okay, we're not going to go ahead and play. Right now, we're going to talk a little bit, and it's going to jump in rather abruptly, probably scare the shit out of me. So while we're doing that, we're going to smoke some pot so it gets the maximum jump scare. Because this is doing what the fuck he wants to do right now. And I've hit the play button several times, so it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's just going to fucking freak me out. I don't want to do it, but it's already loaded. There it goes. The only reason I had any warning is because it started doing the save screen over here on the side, which is right before it happened. If it hadn't done that, I'd be like, ah! Oh, look at that. We're going too high. We're going too high. Gain reduction. Oh, we're not going too hot anymore. We're nice and balanced. Okay. Going into focus right. That's not on. That's cool. That's just what the amp sounds like by itself. Okay, we got the compressor kicking in. Let's go ahead and turn the ratio to 3 there. Auto release. Fast attack, fast release, or slow release. Which of the two is it to mix it to it? So we can see what it's actually doing. Turn the gain down. Mix at 100. Threshold, we can see the thresh is moving. It's getting about 4 decibels of reduction. That. So I let it do auto because I don't know compressors well enough to know. But I do know that auto is going to do a better job than me. Especially if it's adjusting to the transients at the ends of the sound. I don't know if it is or not. All I know is auto sounds more... I don't know what I'm doing! So auto. And then attack. I do know that we want to attack. We want to let some of that through. And then we want to bring... My voice is cracking, so... Turn the last more set for a second there. We got 4 to 5 of reduction. Let's bring that bit back in with gain. Good. EQ is there we go. Bring that down to about 5. On this one, this band in, we want that to be about 3. What the fuck is going on? Did I even do anything, or did I purposely fuck it up so I can mess with it now? That isn't even low mid or high mid. The point times 3, that's what happened. See? Round 3 is about where we wanted. That's very fine to just that one. Broaden it up, open that. EQ post or before. That all depends on what. Do you want the EQ before or after the compressor? That is a choice of taste. If you like the sound, then you want the compressor first. If you like the sound that's going in, put the compressor first, and that way you're just tuning up the sound coming out of it. If you don't like the sound going into the compressor, put an EQ on the front side, like it's too muddy. Put, the high pass, low pass on there, and do any tweaking until you like the sound. Slap your compressor. That's how you solve that. Room, like I said, for reverb, I tend to do like about a 1.3 second delay. Sounds pretty natural. Fuck with it how you want. Then you adjust the mix. But 1.3 seconds feels like a very natural decay, especially for talking, for being in rooms, whatever. That's what I found for myself over a lot of fucking around and practicing, and that doesn't mean it's real. Doesn't mean it's true. Sometimes you want it bigger, longer, so you want like 2-3 seconds, whatever. But for a fairly natural sound, what I found, about 1.3 seconds, 1.3 to 1.5. Feels very natural. And then just the mix until it's like, hey, he's right, it does kind of feel very natural. Just the mix until it, and you'll see it decay off, and it's just kind of 1 second of 1 Mississippi. Even by the time I say Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. See how delay is off? It just feels very natural. So start from there and then adjust to what feels natural for you. If you think 1.7 sounds natural, I go 1 Mississippi. Then fucking do it. There's no rules. That's why there's a knob. You can turn it whatever the fuck you feel. I'm just trying to help you get in the ballpark to get your sound that's in here into this fucking thing. To that. Whatever this guy's not doing right. This fucking over there. For me, it's over there on that screen right there to get from your shit to doing on here in some way that kind of gets you where you're like, I know for me, there's a lot of knobs. It was intimidating as fuck. What does that do? What's that? I don't want to touch anything because I'm afraid it was going to, but it's all digital and you're not going to fuck anything up. Just fuck around and play with things. Just remember what you're doing. Key listen is a really beautiful thing. Because that will let you check what you're de-essing. Yeah, I mean, you can soloing be, but when you touch that shit, I'll show you on the, I've got some on the EQ over here, like the Emic. This one is really great for, gosh, dick in the frontal neck. All right, so, right here. Let's play it back and I'll just, fuck it. we'll go to something else real quick. I don't want to jump around too much. It's just so much stuff to do. So let's go back to the guitar. We got the bass there. We're working on this guitar. Let's finish out working on this guitar. I got distracted with the pause thing. You motherfucker! I think it's an improvement. This is more focused. Does it match the others? Okay, so if we had something that we liked, that's a common mistake of working on something new. Take it all the way down to fucking zero because your ear wants to hear that new sound and how cool it fucking sounds. So you're going to turn it too fucking loud. On a prelim, on dry mix, sure. But use your recording. Do your recording and all you're doing, and then do whatever you want to do. I mean, there are no rules. For a better result, come back tomorrow. Even if you're the producer, mixing engineer, your ears get tired, all that shit, even if you're just recording a band, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Just let your ears rest and break. Whatever the last thing you heard is going to be the one thing that you want to hear, and your ears have gotten dead and kind of used to the other sounds, and so you're not listening objectively anymore. Now you want to hear that sound. And so when you come back the next day, put all the things at zero, start bringing stuff in until it matches out. You got a fresh set of ears. I get you want a good mix, and so what you do when you want a good mix, like that, we've already decided that I thought the sound of the mix was pretty good before I found that last guitar. So instead of letting that dominate, let's bring him into the fold. Okay, see how I did that? You bring it down and you bring it in and out and in and out. It should leave you missing it when you mute it, but it shouldn't leave a hole. The volume shouldn't drop. The punch and shit might drop away because that sound's there. You should miss the sound, but the song should not need it. You had everything balanced right, and you thought it sounded good. When you bring it in, you should bring it to a level you can hear it. And when you solo and turn it off, you miss it. You notice it because it's adding something. You know what I mean? That means it's adding something. If you don't even notice it coming in and out, is it necessary? If it is, keep mixing until it sounds right. And when you add it in and out, you notice. You at least notice. Audience probably won't notice because when they're hearing it, it's a wall of sound. But you know how it's supposed to go. You're the producer. You're the mixing engineer. Make it where you miss it. Don't make where it punches a hole. See, I missed it. It just sounds better and feels with it in there. Now let's bring it in. Notice how you missed those guys, didn't you? You didn't remember those were in there. But it's complete without them. Especially they only come in during those parts to make more excitement. They're not playing the whole song. Listen, watch. Where are they? Hold on. You missed them, didn't you? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring them back for you. See? And what's not on? There we go. We got these guys still loaded. And there must be something else too. There's something else. I forgot the. Again. There's power. That's the bass crapping on the lead guitar. Can someone explain this? I don't understand what's happening. I just want my plug-in. But I'm getting dicked. I feel that's a pretty good sub mix. I think the guitar on the lead is a bit weird. Let's give me a second here if I can. Snotty bootity. Where's that chorus? You get some stairs. Why is it so wide? Oh, god damn it. I'm so stupid. But there's still... Is it me or is that wide? There's a way to fix that, and I could just turn it from being... Nah. I'd rather it be too wide. Oh. No, I didn't ever hear it. Okay, so let's start again with our bass, our sub, I guess it would be the sub mix, wouldn't it? Maybe we made it more roomy than necessary. Also less trebly, less punchy than necessary. We're just accenting. Got a compressor on here to compress that. Let's put the input a little bit more. About 3 dB. Cut around 230. Boost around 100. We don't have any clippage going there. Multi-band compressor. Doing the multi-band compressor thing. Renaissance bass. Told you I don't use any one thing for anything. Just clipping. Goodness up in there. Squeeze a lot more bites. No attenuation, just a little clipping of the tickling of the fucking to make sure that any clips don't go through. Okay, good. God damn it. The auto listen. Where's that thing? See? You got the random channel. You can. Tolerance modeling technology. I don't know what that TMT. I think that's what it stands for. But you can change. So it sounds like it's actually coming through different channels of this thing. The mid side lets you go. Give it a little bit more width. Mono maker keeps everything below 200 right down the center, so your vocals have a clear path. Make the most of that. The high pass and low pass here. I'm not stepping on the bass's toes at all. We're actually cutting very judiciously, just hacking those signals, man, because we're just reinforcing. We're giving the guitars some brightness that they may not have in the mix. This isn't about getting the right sound right here. This is about giving some brightness and some good quality sounds to support, reinforce the previous mix. We did. This isn't that mix at all. This is a totally different mix. It's a sub mix. Understand? Let's go on. EQ, high pass, low pass. Auto pan. Look at the pattern. Okay, so now we'll go to L2. Just tickling the attenuation, let's bring it down a little bit more. You want 0, you don't want anything going above 0 at all. Nothing. I believe, I have a no faders above 0 rule. None. No faders above 0. I know they go there, but because of what it happens with the volume, if I'm hitting 0, I'm not going into... that gives me the headroom to not go into there. You see what I'm saying? And by not going into there, there's no clipping. No faders is beyond 0. There are rules, and there's places to have rules to be broken, and there's rules to like kind of follow, you know? Everything has its place. Everything really does. It's neither all rules nor all anarchy. It's a hybrid. It's neither knowing what you're doing nor not knowing what you're doing. It's doing enough tutorials and shit to get the principles and concept of what the knobs actually do, and then applying that to the sound you hear coming out of your fucking head and going, okay, I know what the knee does. I know what the threshold does. I know what the tack does. Matter of fact, I know what the transients do now. I know how a transient is just a kind of a compressor that clamps on it. It's a specialized compressor, if you will. It's very fast, and it does different things, but it's basically a specific compressor. Might be new screen time. Let's continue on with the mix. That's the lead. Okay to not. So that didn't. Stereo width. You start doing too much stereo width, it starts sounding artificial. So a bit of like that pushes it further out. Got it on there at 100, right here. A little bit more room to breathe. Do at all fucking points in time, do what works for you. I don't care if Andy Sheps himself tells you to turn it down. If it's the way you want it to do it, tell him to fuck himself. I don't care being the producers, Joe Bresci, I'd adjust that snare. I'd get the fuck out of my fucking studio, bitch. Oh, I've got your pack, Joe Barassi. Thank you for the pack. It's a great set of drums and it's very well mic'd and everything. As far as how I'm mixing it for my drums, for my song. You want to see what I'm doing? That's cool. I'd love to see what you would do with it. And I'll sit there and shut the fuck up and listen like... That's why mine sounds like shit. I don't care. If mine sounds like, but if it sounds like shit, but that's the sound I want. Some guy told me like, hey man, your snare drum sounds... The thing is, I'd taken the song from At First. When I did it the first time, I had done it on a drum machine. So I purposely had like a hip hop kit. And so when I switched it over to the 8-bit kit, in BFT, which has some hip hop stuff, but it also has some very just really bland kind of snares, just they're not very crisp. And he's like, oh, your snare drum sounds very... I'm like, I know. Oh, yes, you're going for? Yeah, because it was originally on electronic. It was originally in like an 808 type snare, and then I decided to make it into a real snare, but I wanted to keep that same kind of sound to it. So I found one in 8-bit that had somewhere between it was a real snare, but it was a real shitty snare, and didn't have a lot of snap or pop. And I'm like, perfect. I enjoy playing with BFD so much, 'cause I can do anything I want to do with drums. You can either clean the screen or you can smoke it clean. Is it harsh? Oh yeah, but that's where all the vitamins are. Vitamin T, H, and C, baby. It's about to have some water in this cotton mouth. Thought I did when I did, son. What? Oh no, I got some amazing over here, don't I? Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I had it stashed away from last month when my caretaker brought me some stuff called amazing. It is. It really is. It smells so good. It has a good smell to it. But it's pretty amazing. It's some pretty amazing shit. But I made some edibles with it last month because I wanted my edibles to hit really, 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 really ridiculously strong. really, really, really ridiculously strong. And so, yeah. Now it's getting cold. My feet are fucking ice nipples. So let's see about playing some songs here. It's a little bit more than missing it. Still a little bit more than missing, but it's supposed to be a punch. So with all the rest of the stuff going on. Now. What's this one? This is Guts. I'm sure it's guitar. Oh, Gits. Dude, it's just too small for me to read. There must be neither a second branch of guitars being sent for reinforcement. Let me see if I can find which ones are being sent there. Guitar, Gits. Alright, these are the Gits. Guitar 1, Guitar 2, and then there's Gits 1 and 2. Oh, you're going even though. Let me check and see this. Yeah, you are. Just clean. You hear that clean track? Even though it's muted. So it's good to solo things out and find. There's a whole thing missing there, but it didn't sound like it at all. I could barely tell that this thing was over here doing that shit, man. Dirty little punk ass business. Let's do some work here. Bring in the drums. Bring in the bass. Start it up. Okay. It's a bit much there, but it's not so bad when the punches come in. Starting to lose the drums a little bit, you know what I mean? You don't want to do too much, especially since you're going to be compressing everything on this fuck on the end. So now we got a good guitar. Let's turn this down. Turn the bass out. Okay, so I think that's a good level for all the guitars to be heard. Now, as before, bring those drums back in. We're gonna compress the fuck, you'll see here in a second. And if nothing else, we can bring those back up. I'll leave them high like that. can always adjust these later. Just mute it for right now. I put it in there for a reason. I'll just mute it for right now. There's too much movement right there. Try that again. There's no. I never said this was good songs. This is just songs to mix on. So let's do it. C4 is the multi-band compressor. We're just tightening things up. Letting them breathe more. Letting them breathe more. High compressor notes and lowest compressor notes, they don't move much. On we go. Townhouse compressor. Now this is a bus compressor. People are going to tell you different things about different shit, about different whatever. You make up your own mind. I personally decided to go with this one because it's more vintage. This is, again, supposed to be dedicated to Van Conner, 90s, Screaming Trees. Even the solo in there was, if you listen, that's just Nearly Lost You. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Did you hear? Yeah. So, anyways, that was written by Van Conner. It was Screaming Trees' biggest song, and so I thought about trying to do a solo in there, and it was in the key of E. So it was Nearly Lost You. I'm just gonna do that refrain over and over and over again. I'll keep tweaking it around, like that's why you hear the different ones doing different things, because there's ones in the background going crazy and doing, because Gary Lee, fuck, almost flipped, but he's a madman. I was gonna be like, fuck yeah, but Gary Lee is fucking badass. So both the Conner brothers, in the band's fucking incredible. So bus compression. This is kind of going to help us do a lot of shit. Let's go ahead and hit reset if we can. Well, you know what? Let's go to B. See, so everything should be, let's hit reset. Turn it on. Nothing's really happening. Turn the makeup gain down. Then turn the release to auto, attack. Ratio to 4 to 1. Threshold's at 0. Let's go ahead and move that. There. Moving to about 4. You see how it's moving to 4, a little bit more or less. Makeup at about 4. Now, I bring the original mix in just a little bit. Sidechain filter. The sidechain filter. Now, I'm not sure if it will actually do on this one. I know it does on. They have another one. It's called the Better Maker, and the Better Maker I actually preferred this one, but I want to know how this shit works. I don't want to get into any studio. This is like a hardware version. I don't want to get into a real studio that has this and go, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want that shit. I don't want to get in someone's studio and at their house, hey man, can you help me mix this? And like, do you have the Better Maker? I don't want that shit. If I sit in front of a bus compressor, I want to be, okay, I know what to do. We're going to adjust the sidechain filter to try and get the kick drum out of there. The kick drum's pretty much, bass is around 80 to 100, and so we're going to, everything below about like 92. There may be some kick drum in there, but hopefully, what I like about the Better Maker is you can adjust it until you hear the bass drum. You can listen to the bass drum. It can solo, and you can listen to the bass drum get out of the mix. That way the bass drum's kicking and whatever, and you're just bumping up the sides. You know what I mean? You're just, the center's still just pumping at you, just, and then the sides now come up a bit louder. It's very dope. And so with this right here, we should be able to get the kick drum and a bit of the bass out of there. So those good guitars, they sounded quiet, didn't they? Now we make up for that. There's a method to the entire madness. You could hear them. Now we're going to bring them in a little bit better. It's in the compressor now. Listen. You hear it, but it's not in the compressor as much. I love this. We're gonna make it sound like it's going through a tape machine. Remember, we missed tape, right? Can't replace tape. Second, output flat, input flat, type of tape. There's a nice round sound. Stereo width, I put a little bit of stereo on there. No tape noise. We're not peaking any meters. On we go. With me for a little bit. So when I put those headphones on, when I do that headphone room Sienna, it changes the sound like you heard it. But in my headphones, it actually makes it sound more clear. I adjust the volume till it's nice and comfortable, right? Then I start mixing in that room. How restricted it sounded and how opened it up. Now I have the headphones on and it's restricted like that, but it sounds like I'm in a room and I'm working and I get the mix sounding right. Then I disengage Sienna. It goes from like this nice, clean, equal sounding mix that's been, I've been adjusting over here, making sure everything's in the right places. But it's been a very small world. I turn Sienna off. It fucking opens up so big. It's incredible, dude. It's insane. And then the difference with before using it and not using it, I mean, these are really good headphones. So I was using regular speakers. I started using these because the Audio-Technica ATH M40FS, they go for like as cheap as $20 and $30 on eBay right now. You can get a new set of cups for like $10, $15. They have a frequency from 5 hertz to like 20, 25 kilohertz. Wide spectrum. Closed back, which people don't say that you don't want. I like it. It doesn't really represent the 50 to 20 hertz as much as you like, so you end up pumping too much. Sienna corrects that. Sienna makes a nice correction for you and evens out the thing. And so now what you're hearing is pretty much exactly, it's like listening to studio monitors in that room. You mix your sound. but it brings the volume down so you're listening at a quieter volume. So when you disengage it, the volume just opens up and it stops whatever limiting to to make it sound like it was in that room. That's gone, and you just have wide open to what your speakers would hear if it was being played regular. It's it's changing. It's game changing, man. As far as mixes go, if you have any on the list, let's go through the list real quick and just to help you out. You might not know if you have, and there's a whole list of what speakers they have, what headphones they have, the LSTs. Oh, last. Okay, the AIAI, IMA. You can go through and pause if you want to see if you see your company. Okay, I'm not stopping forever, but we're gonna give you all the ones so that way you can go through and get this free if you want. You'll be able to see all of them. All right. Mute my mic. That was probably boring as shit, and I'm very sorry, but no one's got a full list out there, very easy for people to see. Hopefully that helps somebody. If it bored you, I'm very sorry, but if it helped you, you're welcome. Your headphones are or are not already profiled in there, and it can give you a list of what you can. If you're looking for stereo headphones to mix with, this will give you an idea where to shop to get the least price, to get it to work with this, to make it sound. You got this room. It has the Sienna Guru. It has the Sienna, whatever this one's called. This one's not called Guru, but it does have the rooms, both rooms. There we go. Now we're in here, and this one's the one, the sub, and then you got number two with sub. Boom! You got both of these rooms. You get to mix in either of these rooms. With these, sounds really, 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 really good. These are so cheap and inexpensive that I've got 4 or 5 pair in here and a pair in the living room. They were like $25, so I had like 2 pair. I've got another pair that I can just resolder a wire on. I'll have another pair. I've got them around here. I mean, seriously, I've got boom. I got some over here. Boom. Oh, don't fall. I got some in. There's a thing in that trash heap over there in that big old pile of stuff. There's a pair that just need to be resoldered, and I think I have another set that just need to be resoldered. And out in the living room, I have another pair, and then in the vocal booth back there, I have a pair. And I mean, shit, dude, I love them. I seriously love them. They're good, especially if you're singing. If you get one of these going, it's not gonna hear. You turn the volume down pretty good, and you get one of these. It's not gonna hear too much. In case it does, for drums and shit, I do have these headphones. They sound like shit, but nothing's getting it. Look, these are Pioneers. Nothing's getting out of this fucking plastic. This shit, nothing's getting out of that. You want something dead in the vocal booth? That's what'll do it for you, if nothing else. If these won't do it, I switch to those. if these are too hot or something like this, it's just catching like even like a little bit of the sound playback. Just grab those cans. It doesn't matter what I can hear as long as I can hear the music and I'm in time. That's where I'm at now. You know, I've been doing it since I was 13 and I'm 48. I just don't care about a lot of stuff anymore. It just doesn't matter as much. Because you can do so much shit. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that because it's going to eat up CPU. And now we have our loudness maximizer. We can see what kind of loudness. Let's go ahead and reset now. And let's see what kind of loudness we're getting just off the mix. Sorry about that. We're going to start from the very beginning. Never even got to finish singing it, so he had his own like ideas on religion and stuff like that, and I was hoping to actually he did a live shortly before he passed, a couple months, and actually talked to me. You know, he's asking where everybody's from. And I typed in Michigan. He's like, "Oh, Sean Battle, we're at Michigan." He was fucked up. I was fucked up. I'm like, "Oh shit, he's talking to me!" And I'm trying. Of course, it's a delay, and so I'm trying to type, and that's just making me. I should have just slowed down, but I just typed. I finally got Traverse, and he's just like, "Okay, I guess you can't hear me." He goes on reading other people's stuff, and then I put Traverse City, and he's like, "Oh, Traverse, yeah, yeah," and he starts talking about stuff, and it's like, "Hey, but you know," he asked me another question, and he's like, "You know, damn, I keep forgetting you can't just talk right back." And anybody know how to set up a chat room so we can do just a chat stuff? And everyone's like, "Oh, we're trying to do it and stuff," and I just never got around to it. And yeah, so I left a message like, hey dude, because he was talking about like he has these books that he wrote about his ideas about religion and stuff like that, and he's like, would you guys like to hear them? I was like, fuck yeah, dude, and he was like, yeah, let's go, and then he never really got into it. I was like, he's probably fucked up, so I wrote him a message like, hey man, that was cool as hell, you being live last night. If you ever want, I would love to like do a chat like this, a vid chat and smoke some pot and just hear what you're, I'm not going to switch over to Vanism or whatever the fuck he's got going. I just like to hear his thoughts, I like to hear people's different, I like to hear it. Doesn't mean I want to agree with it, assholes. The Church of Satan has every right to be there. They don't have any right to touch anybody. I agree with you there. They don't have the right to touch anybody. But they can go into that building, do whatever the fuck they want to do. Especially to themselves. Fuck them. They want to go in there and mutilate each other. That's fine. It's each other. They're all there willingly doing that. So what's the problem? I get once those doors open. Just like you can't go out there. You just can't leave church and start crucifying motherfuckers. Baptizing bitches in holy water. You can't do that. Same thing. Church of Satan has every right to be there. I don't have to like it. I don't have to like it. I also don't have to walk through those fucking doors. And as long as they don't come out of those doors without any of that bullshit or coming out, yeah, you motherfucker. No. Okay, they have their mission. They come out. They bandage themselves up, get in their fucking cars and drive the fuck home. As long as there's no plan to, overthrow the government or anything like that, I don't give a fuck. If they're just in there praying and hurting each other, I don't give a fuck. If they're having an orgy, I don't give a fuck. They're sewing goat horns to their assholes. I don't care. Leave them alone. You guys handle snakes. What if those snakes get out? Some of you motherfuckers handle snakes. What if those snakes get out? Oh. Snakes are known for getting out and fucking slipping away and fucking biting people and hurting. You could be causing actual harm. On top of that, your faith may not stop the snake bite or the poison. Especially if God's not hearing your call because you're tempting him by picking up fucking snakes. Jesus said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord. When he said, when the devil approached him and said, throw yourself off this cliff. What are you doing? There's stuff that Jesus wouldn't do that you guys are just doing flagrantly and calling yourselves fucking Christians. A Christian would be someone who follows Christ. Christ follows God, who is the God of the Jews. That's his dad. So if you're following him, even his rules that are, okay, for the Jews, we have a rule. And for people that are not Jews, we have a fucking rule. You're supposed to follow his rule, making him Lord, because he rules. And he makes the rules. You're on his guest list. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. So therefore, you cannot get to God. You don't belong here. You're on Jesus' plus 1,000,000,005. Okay? So act like it. You don't belong here. God had his way, he'd fucking kill you. Stop acting like you earned anything. Stop trying to save anybody when you couldn't even save yourself. You needed Jesus to do it, so shut the fuck up! You can't save anybody. You're not helping anybody. You're not bringing anybody to Jesus. We have a God that can speak in a fucking burning bush. What does he need you for, asshole? Shut the fuck up. Let's mix. The damage has been done. Let there be more damage.
Guess you thought it was time to go. Well, I'm the one who called, though you told us no. You can call me pretty, or just a little bit needy. Left a message on your phone. Now it sits there all alone, waiting for you to come home and just call me. You can call me crazy, maybe my thinking was a little bit hazy. I just wanted to meet you, 'cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you one more time. But I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get high with you last time. But when you die.
Let's get more of the tone. Let's get more of the sound I'm looking for. But see, I can just change all this shit when I want to. The drums are done. Everything mix is done. The damage has been done. Let's make some more damage, huh? Let's do that.
First time you didn't even know just how to cast a show. Guess you thought it was time to go. Well, I'm the one who called, though you told us no. You can call me pretty, oh, just a little bit near. I just wanted to meet you, 'cause I want to get high with you one more time. And I want to get
for the van. Actually, a little bit of a new remix there for that song. Is it any good? Nah, who knows? These are the headphones. Like I said, I won't know until I listen back on another system to find out if it was any good at all. Through my headphones, it sounded pretty good. But if I had I'm going to try and work out for future ones. I just figured out today how to do it, and I'm of course geeked out. So of course I'm doing it wrong. Just like when I figured out how to use this program rather than actually mastering everything, I went live and started doing a bunch of broadcasting. Now I'm figuring things out, and I know how to do different stuff. Same way, I finally got this done. If I would have had, instead of 90 hours of me talking, it'd be like fucking all this mixing and several songs working on different, like, hip hop tracks, and I've got all kinds of tracks. I'll pull up a friggin' Sonar Cakewalk. I've got lots of a lot of songs in there. Tons I want to remix for the Cracking Jokes in Hell 4-song album. If you guys want to tune in for that, I'll actually mix the entire fucking album as you hear it on the thing, and I'll go through each song. At least they're all mixed like this one is. They're all like that. I just basically fine tuning and touching things up. Some of them will be replacing the drums, doing all that. I mean, a lot of it's gonna be like ground up kind of stuff. I've got the plugins there. It is not a good mix at all. It's not a good level. It's not nothing. But what I'll try to do is I'll try to have the check this out. This has got a listening bus. They have a listening bus. And when you do that, where is it at? There you go. Instead of that, if I can set that to do the right one, I'll put me with that room correction, because check it out. Separately from what you guys get entirely. Boom. Sienna. I could put Sienna on there, and I could be listening to the room mix, and you can be hearing whatever you're listening to, however you're listening on. It'll be the best fucking quality that I can get, because I'll have these headphones on, I have the room correction, I'll show you the difference between, and I'll turn it off and be like, oh shit, that's not what I sound, or I'll mix it how it sounds, and I'll go put them on and go, okay, this is what I do with the room correction, this is how it sounds. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea, to start out with, like, make the first mix I do, and that was with the room correction off. I'm gonna turn room correction on now. Now let's see, okay, yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. You know what I mean? Just show you, and then if you're like, yeah, now it sounds, oh, okay, yeah, he's right, the room correction headphones. There's no mic, just sit around the room. There's nothing like that. You just gotta have the right side of headphones, as long as it matches one of those on that list that I said. If you need to rewind and pause and see if yours fit in there, or if some that fit in your budget fit in there. Even if you have to go to eBay and look for Audio Technica ATH M40 FS. They will probably have shitty pads on there. Look for a place. There's another place that has new pads. These slide off so easy and replace. All the ones I had absolute shit pads. Look at that. They were old as fuck. And they had absolute terrible pads. I replaced all the pads. So they all sound... Look. Here's another set. Look how bad. Ah! Caught you. Look how bad the band is. The band used to look like the pads do. See how the pads look? That's how the pads looked when I bought them. Look like this shit. Because this was all glossy and whatever. Look how brand new that looks. That's because I bought brand new pads. And you just look how fucking beat those are, but the headphones still work like a fucking tank, dude. And they're in the list of the free plugin. If it helps you, you're welcome. If it doesn't, I don't know. The guy had like 6 pair. I said I'll buy. He was selling them for like 20, 30 a pair. I was like, I'll buy them all of you for fucking 20 a pair. He said, done. I got so many ATH M40 FSs. I just need people to listen to them. That's how many I got. Or I just gotta blow out one set at a time until as soon as these suck. Throw them against the fucking wall and put on a new pair. These 10 years, those fucking suck. Throw them against the wall, put out another pair. Maybe eventually I'll have a friend to come over and hang out. Oh, shit, I'm gone insane.